I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy.
What's going on, everybody? YouTube. So, I'm putting a new, uh, a new vlog onto my channel. It's called "I Love You, Daddy," and I started a podcast a while ago, and it's about being a single divorced father, dealing with mental health issues. I started the podcast. I stopped just going through some changes in life and some just some personal changes. So I'm bringing it back, a new platform. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel as a vlog. So I'll instead of having just straight audio, gonna do the vocals also. So the series again is called "I Love You, Daddy," and it's just my life as a divorced single father dealing with mental health issues. So we're gonna have a range of topics. Some of the topics that we're gonna talk about on this channel. And I want to do a weekly show, so I'm going to do a video a week. I have a Facebook group that I've already started, but we're going to talk about interactions with your ex's family. Like, how do you feel about a new person in your child or your children's life? We're going to talk about how to maintain a healthy relationship between you and your ex and the new person in your child's life. Going to talk about how to maintain the contact and being a good parent as a secondary parent. We're going to talk about you know different issues on like traveling, distance. Did you move? Did you stay? In my case, I live roughly with the traffic about 2 hours away from my daughter. I have every other weekend custody. Supposed to have her every other weekend for holidays, which unfortunately has never happened in the almost 6 years that I've been divorced. Um, we're also gonna just if I could just help one person, I think I'll be happy with that. This is therapeutic for me too. As therapeutic as it is, it's also hard to open up and share my story with the world, especially on video. Um, I would like to have guests. If somebody wants to come on and share their story, I would love to have that aspect. I did try to get somebody to come on. Unfortunately, they weren't ready to tell their story to the world, and still a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, and I definitely understand it. For me and what I went through with my ex, I'm just after you know 5, almost 6 years, starting to get to the point where I found forgiveness for her and the new guy in her life that will have been in her life, and I've known the guy just as long as she's known him, and it took a while for me to find forgiveness, to release that energy away from me. It took a lot of prayer and internal, just I had to find it within myself to let it go. Which as a man, especially as a black man, is sometimes our pride gets in the way, and it's a hard, tough thing to let go. So, just on this first introductory video, my name is Terrence Robinson. Everybody calls me TK. I'm originally from Jersey. I'll always be a Jersey boy. Living currently right outside of Baltimore. Um, I'm a Navy veteran. I deal with anxiety and depression. It's been many sleepless nights, like last night. Just a lot of worries on my mind, a lot of issues going on with employment. It's funny and it's hurtful, but in this country, in America, they always tell you to, go to school, do the right thing, educate yourself, and you do that, and you still come up short. I mean, so it's like I'm at the point now in my life where I'm underemployed, and I've been trying to, work myself back out of this hole, and man, it's an upward hill battle, and some things have gone on. I'm in a legal battle with my employer. I'm a federal employee, and it's crazy what I'm going through and how long this is taking, and again, they tell you to do the right thing, but then these things happen, like it's happening to me, and it just puts a bad taste in your mouth. And I'm ready to make the exit out of the matrix. But then as a father, I'm always cognizant. My daughter is 10; she'll be 11 in August, and as a father, like, what's my responsibility of staying around, being in my daughter's life? At what point do I put myself and my happiness, on the forefront? I'm trying to wait it out for another couple years until she gets into high school and she can travel and make the trip to wherever I'm gonna end up, by herself. And you know, so I'm kind of working on like maybe a three-year exit strategy. Um, so again, being a divorced father is especially dealing with mental illness. I mean, for me, as in the path that I'm walking on, I find it very difficult. And I don't know if there's anybody out there that finds it difficult that's in the same situation as I am. But I just feel, I don't know if it's pride or if it's hurt, but it's like every other weekend I drive 2 hours one way to pick up my daughter, and then another 2 hours back. Then I got to turn around on Sunday and do a 4 hour drive. And it's like, man, like, can't they meet me halfway? But then I hear stories like, like I have a cousin and I have some friends that have it way worse than I do. So then that makes me put it all in perspective. But I know one thing that I'm dealing with right now is like, as my daughter grows older, and I feel like the bond is growing, like not stronger but apart, I guess. And I don't know if it's just me, but that's just how, I guess this is how, I mean, I remember as a kid, maybe a year or two older than my daughter, I didn't want nothing to do with my parents. I just wanted to hang out in the streets and be with my friends, and I guess that's coming full circle. So, but as a secondary parent, just the limited time that I have, I mean, I'm always cognizant of spending that quality time with her. And I call my daughter on a daily basis. Probably most days, I try to call just to say, hey, I love you and I'm thinking about you. But as a parent, I mean, you have to have that unconditional love for your kids. And when you have roadblocks of trying to deal with your ex and trying to deal with somebody new in your child's life, it's definitely hard. And with social media, again, I always think, like, I have some ex-in-laws on my social media platforms, and I'm like, do I block these people? I mean, but then I'm 51, man. I'm not a kid anymore, but at the same time, like, why would they even want to be on my social media? Like, like, essentially, we're not family. I mean, I was married to one of your family members, but I mean, it's been over for years now, and she's moved on. And I always think, as in my somebody in my position, like, how does being a divorced father with a kid, how does that affect my dating pool and my dating prospects? I mean, the tables are kind of turned now. A lot of guys look at women and they say, oh, like, oh, she got a kid or she got two kids, and I don't want to deal with the baby daddies drama. But like, now it's me, the one that's in that position. I'm always thinking, like, when I meet a female, like, especially in the DMV area. I mean, females are here, they're ruthless, man. Like, I met one young lady, and like, she was basically like, if a dude ain't making six figures, it's like she don't have time for him. I'm like, whoa, dude, like. But then in this area, I mean, that's pretty much a standard. But making six figures here ain't, especially being single is not saying nothing. I mean, you still living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, especially if you're single. So a lot, dealing with those day to day stressors, and then on top of that, having to deal with my own mental health issues is it's been a very hard challenge. And um, again, I'm doing these videos just to kind of vent and get some of that stuff off my chest. And again, if I can reach back and help somebody and give somebody some kind of directive, then I'll be happy. Um, so again, I'm gonna try it. Gonna see, how, if I can get traction on this again. I have a Facebook group I started. I have to go back and look at it again and revamp it. But my goal in doing this is, again, if I can reach one or two people and just, try to build up a community of supportive fathers. I mean, you know, um, not trying to go off the cuff, but black fathers are the most loving fathers. Um, we're very loving. Black people are loving in general. That's our nature. So, but you know, unfortunately, in our demographics, there's a lot of like single parent homes and divorced parents, and I mean, I fit that demographic perfectly. So I want to build a support community. I want to shine lights on us as men, as fathers. I mean, all too often we always see the negative side of, oh, that guy's divorced, that guy's a minority, but they don't see the, the struggles that we go through and the things that we do to appease our kids and, and in our family. So again, this is gonna be a weekly show. I'll figure out the day I'm gonna post these videos. And again, the name of the show is called "I Love You, Daddy." So stay tuned. I'll have a first episode is gonna come out. It's Tuesday, March 22nd. So let's next Tuesday I'll come out with the official first video, and I'll have the topic. I think the topic for next week, the jump off to start this off, we'll talk about the initial divorce. The feelings I had when I initially was going through the separation period and then the divorce. So that's what the first issue, the first uh, segment will be next week. Okay. Until then, take care. Peace out. Um, if I can help anybody, give me a like, pass it on. Again, I want to try to build a community. So let's do this. Till next week.